In this lesson, we're going to work on a project that moves animation beyond the basics. If you'd like to follow along, go under the File menu to Open, and in the Sample Files folder, scroll down to 1608, an animation project, and just click Open. Some of the objects in this layout have been animated already. You can tell because there is an animation icon to the lower right of each object. Let me click on one of those objects. You can see the motion path is rather unusual. It's curved. I wonder how that was done. Let's click on the other object. And that has a curvy motion path as well. Let's try to do the same thing with this third object, the image on the right. Let's go to the animation panel. We're going to choose a preset. I want it to fly in from the left. And it adds this short motion path, which of course I want to make much longer. Let me click on the Show Animation Proxy, just so I know how far to drag it off my page. I'm going to click on the Direct Selection tool, and then click on the motion path, then click again on the endpoint of the motion path, and drag it off my page. Let's see if I really cleared the edge of the page. I'm going to click on my object again, and let me scroll back over, and you can see that yes, the proxy is off the page. But how do you curve the path? Go to your Direct Selection tool to select just the path, and just click on it. Now, go to your Pen tool. It is a path. You can alter a path. I'm going to go over the top of the path. When I see the Pen tool with a plus to its lower right, all I have to do is click and drag to make a curve. Let me go back to my Selection tool and select the original image, and you can see now the path is curved. Let's preview this to see what it looks like. At the bottom of the animation panel, I'm just going to click Preview Spread, and it's going to open the SWF preview and let me get my animation panel out of the way. Let's see that again. I'm going to click Play Preview. Kind of nice, but I wish something happened with a moving experience. So let me get my SWF panel out of the way and scroll down a little bit in my layout to get to the text frame. And what do I want to do with that? How about we fade it in? I'm going to go to my animation panel with that object selected and choose Fade In. Why don't we fade it in over 1.5 seconds and play it just one time? Everything else will leave as it is. Let's preview that. Kind of nice. Let's get our SWF preview out of the way by clicking the double arrows. Maybe I can add a second animation to this one object. Well, how can I do that? I don't have anything else to group it with. Doesn't really matter. I can create another object, any object. And I'm just going to make a graphic frame and select both the text frame and the object that you can't even see in the final preview. And I'm going to group them. I'm going to go to Object, Group, or Command or Control G. Now they're a group. I can add a second animation to that object. So how about I choose, once again, Pulse. Let's see what all of this looks like. I'm going to hit Preview Spread and see what happens. That's really kind of cool. And you can see how easy it is once you know how to use the animation and the timing panels. In the next lesson, we're going to start discussing creating EPUBs out of InDesign.